In my first lecture of the respiration, I will discuss about the overview of the respiration. और इसमें मुझे बताना है कि जो रेस्पिरेशन के डिफरेंट इवेंट्स हैं वो आपस में एक दूसरे से कैसे इंटरकनेक्टेड हैं, कैसे इंटरलिंक्ड हैं और क्या क्या चीजें हमें ओवरऑल इस पूरा रेस्पिरेशन के अंदर स्टडी करनी है. तो अगर हम रेस्पिरेशन की बात करते हैं, then respiration is basically a catabolic process in which energy is produced, that is the exothermic, and always the respiration occurs with the help of certain enzymes, and initially these were known as the cognate enzyme. It means all respiration is an enzymatic process which releases energy. Okay. Then the first main part of the respiration is the glycolysis. And this is very important part because it is common to all types of respiration. जितने भी टाइप के respiration है, चाहे वो anaerobic है या aerobic है या fermentation है, सभी के अंदर glycolysis is the must. Therefore, we must go through this glycolysis. It is also called as cytoplasmic respiration because the site of the glycolysis is in cytoplasm of the cell. Okay. It is also called EMP, that is Emmett-Meyerhof and Parnis pathway, EMP pathway. And the most important point about the glycolysis is that oxygen is not required during glycolysis. So, what happens during the glycolysis? One molecule of the glucose, it breaks down into two molecules of the pyruvic acid. तो एक ग्लूकोज मॉलिक्यूल जो है ये दो पायरुविक एसिड के मॉलिक्यूल के अंदर चेंज हो जाता है. एंड ड्यूरिंग द इवेंट 4 हाइड्रोजन आर आल्सो रिलीज्ड. अब एक बात और मैं बताऊंगा यहाँ पर रेस्पिरेशन के अंदर, व्हेनेवर द हाइड्रोजन इज रिलीज, बेसिकली हाइड्रोजन इज रिलीज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ आयन्स. सो हियर देयर इज 2H ion plus 2 electrons plus NAD, then it forms NADH plus H plus, that is NADPH2. NADPH2, certain types is also called NADPH2. So always keep in mind that whenever hydrogen is released during any event of the respiration, then it is always released in the form of hydrogen ions. So here I am talking about the 2H at one point, 2H at another point. So total 4 hydrogen are released during this glycolysis. And again important thing is that during the event 4 ATP molecules are also evolved. पूरे glycolysis के अंदर 4 ATP molecules भी बनेंगे. However, 2 ATP molecules will also be consumed during the process. Okay, so this is all about glycolysis. Now, what happens to the hydrogen? It determines the further course of the respiration. Depending upon this fate of the hydrogen and obviously the part of the pyruvic acid, then the respiration is of 3 types. One is the fermentation, another is the anaerobic respiration, and third is the aerobic respiration. Okay. So what happens when oxygen is not found in the medium? Suppose cell or the organism does not have the oxygen, then what happens? At that time, that is in the anaerobic condition, either fermentation occurs or anaerobic respiration occurs. In the fermentation, the hydrogen is released during glycolysis. It combines with pyruvic itself and it releases either lactic acid or alcohol or acetic acid. So whenever lactic acid is formed, then is the lactic acid fermentation. अगर acetic acid बन रहा है, then it is the acetic acid fermentation, and अगर alcohol बन रहा है, then it is the alcoholic fermentation, which is common to the various types of microbes. So fermentation is at that part. Second, again, when this hydrogen combines with the compound oxygen, that is not the free oxygen, अगर compound oxygen के साथ में ये NO2, CO2 के साथ में, CO3 के साथ में अगर ये reaction कर रहा है, then this type of respiration is called as anaerobic respiration. And ultimately, the most important is the aerobic respiration. And what happens in the aerobic respiration? This hydrogen, it combines with the oxygen to form water molecule. So here, whatever the main respiration we talk about in the physiology, maybe in the animal sciences or in the plant sciences, it is all about that important event, that is aerobic respiration. Okay? So now let us move to the aerobic respiration. In fact, as the site of the glycolysis was in cytoplasm, here site of the aerobic respiration is in the mitochondria of the eukaryotes or mesosomes of the prokaryotes. That means in bacteria, it occurs in the mesosomes, and in all other, say, animals and plants, it occurs in mitochondria of the cell. And these are different events of the aerobic respiration. So, the first of all, it is the oxidative decarboxylation. First one, oxidative decarboxylation, where the site is the mitochondrial matrix. It is followed by Krebs cycle, and site is the Christie of the mitochondria. Then Krebs cycle is followed by the ETS, that is the electron transport system, and phosphorylation, that is the oxidative phosphorylation. It occurs in inner mitochondrial membrane, and finally there is the terminal oxidation, where the oxygen combined with the hydrogen to form the water. Okay? Okay. So, as I told you that these are different steps of the aerobic respiration. Let us talk in brief about these four events. The first of all, it is the oxidative decarboxylation. As the name indicates, decarboxylation, that is the removal of CO2. So here it is the first step where the pyruvic acid molecule, which has been synthesized during the glycolysis, it enters into this event. तो जो साइटोप्लाज्म में पायरुविक एसिड बना, और वो कहाँ आ जाता है? माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया के अंदर. माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया के अंदर आकर वो माइटोकॉन्ड्रियल मैट्रिक्स में उसमें कोएंजाइम ए का एडिशन होता है, and during this step one molecule of the NADH2 is formed, one CO2 is released, and finally acetyl coenzyme A is formed. So this is the event which occurs in the oxidative decarboxylation, that from one pyruvic acid ultimately acetyl coenzyme A is formed together with one molecule of the carbon dioxide and one NADH2. Okay. Now this acetyl coenzyme A enters into the next step, that is the Krebs cycle, and is the most important event of the respiration. Krebs cycle, also called as citric acid cycle, and also called as tricarboxylic acid TCA cycle, whatever you can call, because what is called the Krebs, therefore it is called as Krebs cycle. What is the site of the Krebs cycle? It occurs onto Christie of the mitochondria. Mitochondria, you know that the mitochondria has two membranes, outer membrane and the inner membrane. And this is the inner membrane which has certain invaginations. Those invaginations are called as the Christie. Okay. So Leninger is the name of the scientist who had worked a lot in the field of the mitochondria. और मैं अभी एक बात यहाँ पे बताना चाह रहा हूँ कि when Leninger died, who is the great biochemist of the world, at that time several scientists called that it looks like all the mitochondria of the universe are not working when Leninger died. This was the thing which was said about many of the scientists over there. So these are the Christie at which Krebs cycle occurs, and is also once said by Leninger that you can predict the number of the TCA cycles which carried on in the mitochondria just looking onto the number of the Christie, because how many will be the number of the Christie? There will be the total number of the Krebs cycles events going on at a time. Okay? So इसका मतलब Christie also represents the number of the TCA cycles which undergoes in the respiration. What happens in this Krebs cycle? This acetyl coenzyme A, which is formed during oxidative decarboxylation, ये acetyl coenzyme A enter करता है और ये कई series of events के बाद में फिर से एक cyclic से formation करता है. During that cyclic formation, what happens? Two molecules of the CO2 is released. At the same time, 3 molecules of NADH2 are also released. ठीक है? ठीक है, तो 2 CO2 बन गए, 3 NaDH2 बन गए। इसी के साथ में एक पॉइंट पर वहां FADH2 भी बनता है, क्योंकि यहाँ पर जो हाइड्रोजन का जो एक्सेप्टर है वो NaDH2 नहीं है। एक इवेंट पर फ्यूरिडेट से मैलिक एसिड जब बनता है तब ये FAD accepts those hydrogen, then FADH2 is formed. It means at a total event of the oxidative decarboxylation and Krebs cycles, finally what happens, ये एक पायरुविक एसिड का मॉलिक्यूल, इसमें 3 वाटर मॉलिक्यूल का एडिशन होता है, 3 CO2 gets released and 10 hydrogen. How come 10 hydrogen? देखिएगा 2 हाइड्रोजन यहाँ और 3 दूनी 6 यहाँ, 8 और 2 यहाँ 10। तो इस तरीके से टोटल 10 हाइड्रोजन के मॉलिक्यूल्स रिलीज होते हैं, किस फॉर्म में? 4 NaDH2 और 1 FADH2. This is very important because you must learn that what will happen to this NaDH2 and FADH2 during the next event, that is the ETS. तो ये एक इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आपको ये ध्यान रखना है। देखो CO2 सारे रिलीज हो गई, जैसे हम रेस्पिरेशन का जो प्रोसेस होता है, ग्लूकोज इट कंबाइंस विद C6H12 plus 6O2 is equal to 6CO2 plus 6H2O, ठीक है। तो CO2 सारे के सारे निकल गई है अभी। अब 3 CO2 हमने अभी यहाँ पर देखी, 1 CO2 यहाँ, 2 CO2 यहाँ। तो ये जो 3 CO2 निकली है ये एक पायरुविक एसिड मॉलिक्यूल से निकली है, और ग्लाइकोलिसिस में एक ग्लूकोज के ब्रेकडाउन से 2 पायरुविक एसिड बने थे। इसका मतलब 2 पायरुविक एसिड से 3 1 से टोटल 6 CO2 यहां पर रिलीज हो जाती है। ओके, तो टोटल 6 CO2 molecules get released here during this event. Okay, ultimately the things left here, it is the hydrogen, and now this is the hydrogen which undergoes next event, that is called as ETS, that is the electron transport system or electron transport chain, whatever you can call. And here the ETS, it is that event during which ATP is synthesized. मेन इवेंट मतलब जब हमें लग रहा है कि एनर्जी जो मिलती है, एनर्जी रिलीज होती है रेस्पिरेशन के बाद में, वो कब होती है? वो ETS के है। और ये ठीक है, ग्लाइकोलिसिस का पूरा केमिकल रिएक्शंस है, यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम एनीवेयर, इवन दिस हैज बीन carried out in detail in the classes. Then Krebs cycle is there, cyclic form is there, no problem. But then the most difficult part of the respiration to understand here, it is the ETC, ETS. And what happens in the ETS? Electron transport system. In this electron transport system, the electrons moves across various enzymatic complexes, and during those movement, ATP gets synthesized. Okay. Here, the site of the ETS is inner mitochondrial membrane. जो ये अंदर वाली, ये जो मैंने अभी यहाँ माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया के अंदर की मेम्ब्रेन बनाई थी, ये जो मेम्ब्रेन है, this membrane consists of the enzyme complexes responsible for electron transport chain. इसके अंदर ये जो कॉम्प्लेक्स है, they are total of 4 plus 1, 5. Total 4 complex 1, complex 2, complex 3, complex 4, and one more 5th complex, that is the ATP synthesized complex is also found. So electrons moves across these. ये जो इलेक्ट्रॉन है, इलेक्ट्रॉन का मतलब ये प्रोटॉन प्लस 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन, ये इन कॉम्प्लेक्स के अंदर से मूव करता है। और जैसे ही ये इन कॉम्प्लेक्स से मूव करता है, उसी टाइम पर एटीपी का सिंथेसिस हो जाता है, कॉल्ड एज ऑक्सीडेटिव फॉस्फोरिलेशन। इससे पहले फोटोसिंथेसिस में हमने फोटोफॉस्फोरिलेशन पढ़ा है। व्हाट हैपेंस इन दैट केस, दैट the ATP is produced during the light reaction, और उसमें क्या था, उसमें that light energy that is being trapped by the chloroplast molecule, and with the help of that light energy ATP was synthesized. That was the photophosphorylation. And here is also ATP which is getting synthesized. That was in chloroplast, here it is in mitochondria. ओके, तो इस टाइप के जब फॉस्फेट जो एटीपी बनती है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ऑक्सीडेटिव फॉस्फोरिलेशन व्हिच अकर्स इन द ईटीसी और ईटीएस। अब अभी तक आपने देखा पूरे के पूरे रेस्पिरेशन में हमने ग्लूकोज का मॉलिक्यूल शुरू किया था, उससे पायरुविक एसिड बने थे, पायरुविक एसिड से CO2 भी बन गया, ठीक है। व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ द ऑक्सीजन? अभी तक कोई ऑक्सीजन का रोल नहीं आया है, और बिना ऑक्सीजन के रेस्पिरेशन होता नहीं है। हमने ये बताया था एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन के अंदर क्या होता है, व्हेन ऑक्सीजन इज प्रेजेंट इन द मीडियम, देन इट अंडरगोज द एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन। So the very last, very interesting step here is the terminal oxidation. And what happens in the terminal oxidation? That's the final moment where those electrons together with hydrogen ion are captured by the free oxygen to form one molecule of the water. अब देखने में ये बहुत सिंपल लग रहा है कि ठीक है कोई बात नहीं, हाइड्रोजन एक हाइड्रोजन आयन प्लस 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स प्रेजेंट और इसमें मिल जाएगा, लेकिन इससे ज्यादा क्रूशियल स्टेप पूरे रेस्पिरेशन का नहीं हो सकता, बिकॉज व्हाट यू कैन से, मैं ऐसे इस तरीके से आपको बतलाऊंगा, अगर यहां पर ऑक्सीजन एक्सेप्ट करने वाला नहीं है, ये हाइड्रोजन का ऑक्सीजन एक्सेप्ट करने वाला है, देन व्हाट विल हैपेंस एट द टाइम, होल ऑफ द चेन विल बी डिस्टर्ब्ड, पूरा का पूरा एक्सेप्टर नहीं है, चेन ब्रेक होगी, चेन ब्रेक होगी, एटीपी नहीं बनेगी, एटीपी नहीं बनेगी, एनर्जी नहीं होगी, एनर्जी नहीं होगी, पर्सन विल डाई, मे बी द माइक्रोब और द एनिमल बींग्स, और जब सफोकेशन फील करते हैं ना, ऑक्सीजन नहीं मिल रही है या दम घुटना है या क्या होता है, तो व्हाट हैपेंस इन दैट केस, कि उसमें जो लास्ट में जो है ना, ये जो इलेक्ट्रॉन को एक्सेप्ट करने वाला जो ऑक्सीजन इज नॉट प्रेजेंट, and for that the person dies. So therefore this seems to be very simple, very last, but this is the most important event of the respiration. Okay, thank you very much. So this is the all about a general brief idea of the respiration, which we are going to discuss in later on lecture series. Thank you very much.